History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The 2025 Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
And we're driving to go meet him. And she's like, I'm not really interested in him. If you like him, you can have him. And he picked this beautiful restaurant. I walked in and I was like, I'll take him. And he messaged her and he's like, I appreciate the date. Thank you for bringing your friend. Please don't be offended. I'd like to talk to her. Meanwhile, I'm like already messaging him because I already got his phone number from her. And I'm like, I really had a good time. I'd like to see you again. And it just took off from there.
Wow.
I love that. That is so great.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I mean, we went I'd never been the girl that asks for anything. I've never been one that's like, oh, my rent's due.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Amy,
hello.
The shocking stories of sugar dating. Thanks for joining me.
You're very welcome.
I drug you in here.
Yes.
And she's got her work clothes on, and I go, come on, you're coming with me. We've got an interview today. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. Here she is. Yeah. I said, look, I'll buy you McDonald's, and she came. And we literally just ate McDonald's.
We did.
I'm telling you what, I don't know how you eat that crap. I've been going to McDonald's, obviously since I was a kid. There's not a single thing there I like except the French fries.
Well, that's the whole reason.
The ice cream cone. Mm-hmm. They got a great Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And for a limited time only, because they only have it every now and then, is the McRib. The burgers are just, I don't know, I can't do it.
Well, I really wanted Barrio Queen, but
we didn't have time. So anyway, we didn't eat real healthy on our way to the interview, but I did bribe her with that, and she is here. So thank you, Amy, for joining me, because we got an interview with somebody that came to the party, and I wanted Amy to come in because Amy was there the entire weekend, which was a first.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that here in a minute. We have put some great videos and photos from the party on our Patreon. So if you haven't joined that, you definitely want to see those. We blurred out a lot of faces. There's some that aren't blurred out, so you actually get to see some actual faces of people that were there. It was a lot of fun. We're continuing to put more there, releasing it a little bit here, a little bit there. But our Patreon is free. You can join it. There's no charge. But if you want to experience the entire site, our minimum level is $10 a month. Very, very cheap. You can't even hardly buy breakfast for $10 anymore. We made it as affordable as possible. There's some coaching and profile review options in our higher tiers. And yes, Lily is still working behind the scenes, helping me with those. So if you want to be successful in this crazy sugar dating world, we'd love to help you. Come join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast. All right. Now we got that over with. We had the biggest party that we've ever had. And I told Amy, I'm going to need some help. And I need help picking people up from the airport. You made a lot of airport runs, and you hustled people to the Airbnbs.
Yes.
What'd you think of those? You got to kind of see them, didn't you?
Yeah, they're very nice. I think they're very nice.
We got a lot of good South Scottsdale, Old Town Scottsdale Airbnbs. In the summer, they were pretty affordable, so we ended up getting 7 of those. The logistics were a nightmare, but we got it done.
Yes. Yep.
And then we had the party that weekend, and then we had to pick people up out of the Airbnbs, and we didn't know if they were all going to be ready to go. But everybody, because some of them were like check out at 10 a.m. and people were getting home like at 4 and 5 a.m. from the party the night before.
Oh yeah, that was us. I don't even think we left your house. Actually.
I know. So Amy had a really good time. She usually just pops in, says hello, and gets the hell out of there because, there's people there.
Yes.
She's got this social anxiety. But one of the people that attended the party. She was a late applicant. We got her in, and she came, and we're going to get her thoughts about the sugar dating lifestyle, kind of how she got into it, how long, some crazy stories, and we're going to hear about her experience at the party. So welcome, Lolita from Dallas.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
But you're in
I'm
Vegas
fine.
right now.
I'm in Vegas with my ST.
You're in Vegas with your sugar daddy?
Yes.
And he treated you to a great hotel. I think you're at the Paris, aren't you?
We're at Paris last night. So I actually messaged the SP6 group on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, we're going to Paris. I need dinner ideas. Because last time I came here was for my 40th birthday. And we went to STK. And it was horrible.
You thought STK was horrible?
It was horrible. My chicken, like you cut into the chicken and it was like flaking like powder.
Really?
The only good thing we got were the drinks and the Caesar salad. Their Caesar salad.
Oh, their Caesar salad is the best. So I took Alejandra there. We think that STK at the Cosmopolitan has like the best Caesar salad.
Oh, it's amazing.
But we always get
Kids
steak.
live at STK.
So you got chicken and it wasn't that great?
No, we got steak and chicken. The steak was overcooked and the chicken was overcooked, obviously, because it was dry.
Oh,
It was
well, that's
wasn't a good
unfortunate.
Experience. Yeah. For $400, it was not a
No,
good
I know it's not
experience.
cheap, and you can't have a conversation with because the music's so loud.
So loud.
It's a
So
it's
I
a
messaged
nightclub.
The WhatsApp. I messaged the WhatsApp group, and I was like, I need dinner suggestions, and like 3 or 4 people came through, and it was Tuber actually who suggested Beauty in Essex, and so we had an amazing dinner at Beauty in Essex last night. It was the ambiance was great, and in fact, we were at a table in the middle, and there were 2 booths right next to us, and Sugar was looking at me, and I go, I think that's a sugar date right there. And he goes, how do you know? And I go, because I just watched the guy go to the bathroom and she looks like she's about 25.
So here's a funny story. Speaking of that, we're at Pinky's, which is a Vanderpump restaurant there at Flamingo. And I think it's their 3rd one. They have one at Caesars. They have one at Paris. Have you been in there yet or seen it?
No,
And Vanderpump opened another one in Flamingo. So we're sitting there, Alejandra and I, at this table, and there's 6 or 7 girls. And they're all young. They're all like in their early to mid 20s, and it looked like a birthday celebration. Well, Alejandra started listening in on the conversation. And one of the girls told the group, was like, hey, my sugar daddy wants to come and say hi. I hope you guys don't mind. If that makes you feel uncomfortable, I'll tell him not to. And they're all like, oh, hell yeah, bring him on. So he comes in, a lot older than every one of them in there, obviously. Sits down with them. They all loved him. He took care of the entire bill, and they all just loved him. So we're just like,
nobody should say no to a sugar daddy showing up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right?
There's no bad
So
news with the sugar daddy.
it was really
Listen,
funny.
there was that table, and then this other table showed up right next to him. I was like, that's definitely a sugar dating relationship. He was probably 65, 70, and she was probably like young 30s, late 20s, and she was African American, and he was not. I mean, it was just these 2 tables were so obvious, and I'm like, are we that obvious? And we're really not. He's not too much older than me, but yeah. So I was like, this city's full of it, because I've heard you guys talk about it. So we get off the plane and we're like doing this everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Where are
People
they?
like
Where
us.
are they?
Yeah,
We're trying to find people like us.
it's pretty common there, actually. It's very accepted. Almost anything goes in Vegas. I mean, anything.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
I woke up, we had to get up at 6:00 this morning because he had an 8 a.m. conference on his Zoom. And so I just woke up and immediately like threw on a sweatshirt and my sandals, and I didn't want to fix my hair. So I put on my blue wig and I said, well, you're doing your conferences. I'm going to go hit up the weed shop and I'll be right back. So I'm walking. Everybody that saw, oh, I love your hair. I love your shoes. I love your hair. I'm like, thanks. I just threw it on this morning.
Yeah.
You can do anything in Vegas. Nobody cares.
And they have plenty of weed shops around there, too. That's
Plenty.
not hard to find.
I have not partaken yet today.
No.
Can
Yeah.
you tell?
So how long are you going to be there?
We fly back Saturday afternoon.
Okay. Very nice.
We've messed up twice, though. So the one thing I've never done in Vegas that I've always wanted to do is jump off this Strat.
Oh my gosh.
And so he's like, go ahead and get tickets to jump off the Strat. And I was like, cool. So I bought them on Monday. And I accidentally bought them for Tuesday, but we didn't fly out till yesterday.
Oh.
Gosh. Oh no.
So there's $70 down the toilet because you can't refund them, you can't transfer them. There's like, you're gone, you're fucked up. So last night we're at dinner, he's like, well, let's go jump it tonight. Go ahead and buy 2 more tickets. And I'm like, are you sure? I feel really bad. Like, I feel like I should buy the tickets. He's like, don't even worry about it. I'm like, okay. So I buy 2 more tickets. We get out of dinner. I had on a really nice dress. And I was like, I can jump in the dress. I'll just take my shoes off. He's like, you're not jumping in the dress. We're going home to change. So I come back and change, throw on our clothes. We walk out the door. I go, fuck. He said, what? I go, they close at 10. It was 9:51.
Oh
Are you serious? So you guys bought tickets twice and didn't jump off the Strat.
Oh no.
So $140 down the toilet.
Well, if it's any consolation, I've done that, but I paid, this was 5 years ago, I think. No, it was a little longer than that, maybe 6-7 years ago. I paid like $150 a ticket.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Just for one jump in the observatory experience?
Yeah. So,
Holy smokes.
yeah, you go and then you jump off and they put you in this whole suit and everything. Yeah. But
So
they've come down.
He's 61 and he's very healthy.
Mhm.
But after hearing about Trucker and hearing about Kevin,
Yeah.
I heard both those stories, like, because I binged your podcast from February of this year until the end of May.
Yeah. What she's
I got
referring to is
in.
both those guys had strokes recently.
Yes. And I literally listened to the second episode where Lily was talking about Trucker, and he came over for lunch the next day, and he's like, what's wrong? And I just broke down in tears. I'm like, if anything happens to you, I'm not going to know.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody that's going to tell me. There's nobody he knows that knows about us. And so I'm like, so he, like, the next time he saw me, he's like, all right, look, I set all this stuff up. I already told my attorney, like, this is confidential. He needs to send you this. I'm like, he's got me and my daughter set up for a little bit in case something were to happen, like, we're taken care of. But I was like, it panicked me. So when we decided to jump off the Strat, I was like, do you have any heart conditions? Are you okay to do this?
Yeah.
Like, I was being totally serious.
Right.
Too. Like, I didn't want anything to happen.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've gone parasailing, paragliding, I surf, I ski, I've jumped this. I'm like, okay, we're good. He goes, but I'm afraid of heights. I'm like,
Afraid of heights.
So he's afraid of heights, and we're doing the high roller happy half hour tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Well, the high roller's not too bad. It's not that scary, but definitely jumping off the Strat got my heartbeat going a little bit when I stepped on that ledge, and they're like, do the countdown, and they have that little hand in the middle of your back ready to push you over.
Oh my God, no. I could not do it.
Yeah.
I could not do it. Oh my God. I can't even get on a ladder. Oh man.
I love that stuff.
Thanks.
I love a good thrill.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
It's why I love sugar dating. Like, it's a thrill.
It
It's
is,
that butterfly
yeah.
feeling.
Well, the girl I jumped off with, and I talked about this recently, I met her on Seeking in Vegas. She was from Florida, and she was visiting, and she just put on there, hey, anybody want to show me around? And the date I had gotten sick, and so she went home, and I was like, sure, I got time. And then I said, what do you want to do? She said, well, I want to jump off the Strat. And I'm like, you're not doing it alone. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I told him, I was like, you don't have to do it with me. Like, you can just come up there and watch. He's like, no, I'm with you this whole weekend.
Right.
Okay.
That's amazing. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a great memory that I'm glad I did it. Will I do it again? I don't know. There's no way Alejandro will ever do it, so that's not even an issue.
Oh, really?
No.
Which Alejandra is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah?
You
She is.
hit the jackpot. And Amy, you're fucking gorgeous too. Like, the pictures that did this weekend
Mm-hmm.
were so great.
Oh,
He did the photo shoot.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yes.
been bringing his camera to all the Sugarpaloozas, and it's kind of turned into a staple. Everybody
Mine
always
was
wants
a bit of
photos.
Yeah.
My photo shoot is a bit of a crowd pleaser.
Right?
I look up and there's like 10 people standing outside watching my photo shoot.
Well, our very first girl from London that came, Victoria, she was getting a photo shoot and she just stripped down naked and she's got this amazing body. And Alejandra got mad at me because she said I was looking too long. And I was like, no, but I'm seeing his posing abilities and I'm just making sure the lighting was correct.
You're hosting the party. You're making sure nothing inappropriate
Exactly.
is going on during that
Oh
time.
man, I was in the doghouse the entire weekend for that.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show.
At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career. Ew. Or the right relationship.
but whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
With your host, Marcus.
All right, Lolita, how did you get into this crazy lifestyle?
So I was married back in 2010. I got pregnant with my longtime boyfriend. We'd been together like 8.5 years. And so we had the baby, then we got married in Vegas. Not a quick shotgun wedding. Like he planned it with my mom and sister and surprised me with like the wedding of my dreams. And then like, as soon as we came back, he started having an affair because I wouldn't let him bring women home to play with anymore because I had a baby I was taking care of. And so after we did therapy and he was still lying to me, I finally said, we're done. So after that, I just fell into a string of perpetual bad relationships with more narcissistic guys, more gaslighting guys. And I was just really sad and depressed all the time. So this last relationship I got out of in November, I met him from Hinge in November of 23. And it was whirlwind. And as soon as like we locked in relationship, his complete demeanor changed. Like I was being belittled. He kicked me out of the car and just like then come graveling back to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're my queen. I love you. I'll do anything for you. I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. So I like swore off relationships after this guy.
And what was your age at this point?
I'll be 43 in October.
Okay.
So this was 2 years ago.
All right. So around 40,
Yeah.
41. Yeah.
It was, he took me to Lake Tahoe to go snowboarding and we were supposed to go see John Summit, but there was this was in March of last year, March of 24. And so there was a massive snowstorm that came in. So they canceled the John Summit show, but he was like, we can still ski. And I didn't know how to, I've skied my whole life with my family, but I don't know how to snowboard. And I love learning how to do stuff like that. Like I've learned how to wake surf. Sugar Ray taught me how to drive his boat. Like he let me like back it off the ramp. He taught me how to pull it up on the ramp. Like I can fully drive a boat now. But like he taught me how to snowboard. For 3 days, I fell and busted my face over and over and over and over again. My knees were black and blue. I was beat up, but the last day I got it and we went all the way to the top of the mountain, came all the way down. It was so fun. He like gave me all this amazing stuff, but it came with the price of being treated like garbage.
Oh.
We would walk into our hotel room and immediately I said something that would set him off. Or like I hit a slot machine. I put $5 in a slot machine and walked away with $400 and he was pissed. We go to a bar and he's like, well, it'd be nice if you buy me a drink or something with the money you won. I'm like,
What?
think so, man. Like, think so.
Toxic.
So I was like, I can't be with this guy anymore. And so my girlfriend was like, no, but you love attention and you love being spoiled. You need to get into sugar dating. So in October of 24, she introduced me to What's Your Price, which is the sister site to Seeking. And I had 2 dates. The first date was fine. He was older gentleman. We had 2 whiskeys and he gave me $50 and went home, right? Second date, the guy was my age, very fit, very bro looking, and totally digging me. Like he just was all about me. And so he had me meet him at his apartment in Dallas, very nice apartment, had a great job. His offer was like $100. And he was like, let me take you to dinner at this restaurant. We're going to go see this show here. Great date all the way up until intermission. And he looks at me and he's like, "You're looking a little tipsy." Well, I mean, he just kept feeding me bourbon like every second. I looked, I'm like, and once you start, like at one point, you don't even realize that you have a new drink in your hand. He's like, "We need to get you home." And I woke up the next morning in his apartment, in his bed, with him like laying next to me, staring at me. He's like, "Good morning. You're a wild one." And I'm like, "What?" Fairly certain the guy drugged me. Like, I don't remember what happened the night before, but there was just toys and towels and shit everywhere. And I just broke down in tears. So like I cut dating off all over again. Like I was like, I just totally got taken advantage of. I'm 40 something years old. I don't need to be doing this stuff. And so she's like, "How about Seeking?" She's like, "I had great success on Seeking." And so I got on Seeking and I started having better success than she did. And like, we're not friends anymore. There's a lot of things that happened in like the first 2 or 3 months of me being on Seeking that destroyed our friendship. But that's how I got on the site. And then I started learning the correct way to sugar date, not by her, but by this podcast. I rolled audiobook. We talked about how to be a 3% man the other day when I messaged you like, I will audiobook stuff. You were saying you audiobook it all the time. Podcast.
I don't have time to read, although I did a lot of reading when I was doing the 75 hard challenge,
which I really want to do, but I don't have that.
Yeah, I just don't have time. So I love audiobooks. I can listen to those while I'm driving from job to job or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I had actually lost my job end of January. And she's like, "Now you have to get into this. You got to dive in hard." And I met like 2 weeks after I got on Seeking. He's literally my best friend. We immediately clicked. And I've been on an allowance with him since November. But when I lost my job in February, I wasn't going to go like pouty to him. Like, I want to work. I want to have my own stuff.
Right.
Just nothing lasts forever, right? So
exactly.
I get on there and she's like, "You don't like to read. You're not working. Find us a podcast. Here's a list of ones that I have found." And so she had listed a bunch and yours was one of them. And so the way I found you guys was I just went down her list and I kind of looked at when the podcasts all started, how many episodes they had. I read like the summary, and you guys had the most podcasts and you were still posting new episodes. And I'm episodic, and it's like Netflix. Get me started on something. I don't care if there's 15 seasons. I'm spending every chance I get in my bed watching that show.
So you heard Amy from the very beginning.
Amy, I fell in love with you on the first episode. Your voice just like gives me this tickly feeling in my stomach. And like when I met you, yes, I love it. But like, so like when you pulled up in the Hummer at the airport, I was like, I wanted to get in your car so bad. I was really trying to convince my other occasional SD not to pick me up, even though he was like, "No, I'll drive you around Scottsdale. I'll show you everything because you're not going to have time once you get there," which I thought was very sweet. But I was like, I am not about to let her take off with that other girl. I mean, not say hi. And here I come like running over to the car. I'm like,
Hi. Yeah. Very cute.
Yeah. "Oh, your podcast." So I started listening to it and I was like running up to my friend, like, "You got to listen to this episode. Okay, what you told me was wrong. Okay, what they're saying is actually working." Like she was following the track of, so like she set my page up for me and it says I'm 36. I'm not 36. I'm 42 and I'm very proud of it. I got blessed with a 21-year-old body and I have a baby. I have a kid. I have a 14-year-old. So I was that frustrated. She's like, "Guys don't want an old baby." And then I listened to your podcast and you're like, "There's a sweet spot." And I told her, "You're fucking up my sweet spot. You're fucking up my sweet spot."
Yeah. And we can confirm she does have a 21-year-old body.
Yes.
We definitely saw it multiple times during that weekend. And, she's not lying about that part.
Yeah.
I'm not shy. I'm very proud. I'm very proud.
You should be, as you should.
Thank you. Thank you. Amy, you can touch it if you want to. I would totally let you do some
Thank you.
dominatrix on me. Absolutely.
Yes. Well, next time you'll have to come to the sweet spot. And
I
know. I told Sugar Bear about it. I was like, "So will you come with me next time? We're going to have to get there like a couple days early. Because first of all, I need sleep. He's like, why? I was like, well, I fell asleep at Marcus's the second we got there. Well, actually, I stripped my dress off naked. I jumped in the pool and then I went, this is too cold, put my dress back on. And then I fell asleep at Marcus.
Yeah.
I go, and they went to the sweet spot and the girls got whipped and their butts looked so juicy bruised. I wanted to kiss them.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, we'll definitely go down a day early.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo that we posted on our Patreon of the girl from Canada, from Australia?
Yes. Yeah. I love her. I love her so much.
Her cheeks were pretty bruised, and then she has a tattoo underneath that says, I deserved it.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so crazy. Yeah. So if you guys want to see that photo, it's on Patreon on No Blur. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about the party then, because it got a little bit crazy. What inspired you to apply, first of all?
I mean, that shouldn't even be a question. That's a given. I don't know. If you listen to this podcast, I don't know why you wouldn't apply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. It was so amazing. And that was the other thing. So like, I got so into this podcast. I kept going back to my friend. She was getting mad at me. And then she got mad at all the success I was having. And I'm like, well, then fuck you. And then I go to the party and I'm still friends with a mutual friend of ours that she doesn't really talk to her too much. She doesn't talk about her sugar dating lifestyle at all to anybody. And because my other friend was getting too involved in the wrong way. She was trying to point her like, here, show them you have this bill due. I'm like, that's not true. And so I was like, if you want to brag about how I'm living my best life ever and how I went to this party to that girl, you can totally tell her and show her any pictures you want.
There you go.
But yeah, I was like, they're having parties. Oh my God, he's inviting people. Okay, I'm going to do it, but I want to finish I want to get caught fully up. Like, I wanted to listen to every episode, and I literally listened to the last episode on like June 2nd or something.
Wow.
And I think you messaged me on Instagram and you were like, apply for the party. And I was like, it's after the application date.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh wait, he added more time in there. Okay. So that's why he told me to apply. So then I sent it in.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to type a whole story in there for my worst dating.
Right. We had a few cancellations and so had some spots open up and it was really good timing. So what were your expectations on your way here?
So my main goal was mainly to network. And I don't mean that in like a necessarily a business way, but I do at the same time. I just started a new job. Just got my life insurance license for Texas and Ohio. I'm going to add another one on there, but it's a struggle, man. Like, it's really hard, but I want to make my own money. So I wanted to like network and meet people, see what they do, see if maybe they could suggest some job ideas for me. But I really wanted to maybe meet a new daddy. I am on the prowl for a number 2 gentleman from Dallas. I live in Dallas, Texas. If you're looking, name's Lolita. You'll find me. But I really wanted to make some connections with the girls because I have very few girlfriends. Nobody knows about this lifestyle. So that was the great thing, was being able to just openly talk to everybody about anything. And everything I expected, I got. I made amazing friendships. I connected with one of the girls that lives in Texas really well.
Are you talking about Little Lamb?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. The one the Aussies loved so much.
Little Lamb.
I love
She's
her.
The one that was getting her
she got a little beat up too.
Yes. Yeah, she was the other one.
Yes.
The like 25-year-old with like very fair skin.
Oh, yeah. So she was one of the sugar babies to Hawk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So we call her Little Lamb.
You call her Little Lamb. Okay. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
She is a doll, and we connected so well. And like, she's half my age.
Right.
And
she was really cute.
She's adorable. And then I really loved Jackie. Jackie's the one that tied me up for my photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jackie was also the dom at the sex club. She was the one doing a lot of the whipping.
I was like, I was like, Sugar, you got to listen to this story. And he's like, so I had him because of his, I was like, go on YouTube and you can listen to it through the YouTube channel. And I had him listen to Jackie and Andrew. And I was like, she's the one that tied me up. She's the one in my pictures.
Uh-huh. And
he's like,
a lot of questions about your sugar daddy here, but I do want to continue into the party. So if we have time, I want to get back to that. All right. So you connected with what you guys call Little Lamb. I'll tell you what. So she was the first one at the sex club that started getting a beating, and she took it. Like, really, Amy, did
she took it.
No, give her any lashes?
No. I honestly was so entertained by what was her name? What do you guys name?
Jackie.
Yeah. I was so entertained by. She's a performer. She's very good.
Yeah, she's really good in front of crowds and just took over.
Yes.
Some people have that personality.
Yep.
Actually, as much of an introvert as Amy is, that is her element. And she just takes over there too.
I was so bummed. Like at first I was like, damn, I wish I was going to the party at the sex club. And then I found out that Amy came and I was like, yeah, I wish I was at the party at the sex club.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I mostly was teaching people. So it's not a big, you didn't miss too much. It was just honestly a lot of teaching people. A lot of people wanted to learn. So
I missed an educational moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was surprising to me. Like, we had such a big group. Little sex was happening. I heard maybe a little bit, but it was more of just bonding, getting to know each other, and let's whip some asses there for a while. I mean, it was it was pretty interesting. And then Jen, oh my God, did she take it or what? Jen? Yeah, the one that they were whipping her back, and she stood up there forever.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yep.
You're forgetting already?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that was a very interesting kind of a pre-mixer. The party hadn't even officially started yet.
Well, I think that actually helped a lot of girls like bond more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would have, like, for me, for sure, because I took Sugar to Colette for the first time. He flew me to Austin and for like an overnight, and he's like, get us signed up to go to Colette. And I was like, okay. And I wore this little, if you go to my profile on Seeking, I have like this strapless black leather dress that zips up the back all the way. And I wore like these thigh-high black leather boots. And I was like, we're just going to go in and look around. Like, I hadn't done anything like that for a while. And he and I had never done anything that crazy. Like, he's a sailor, so I let him tie me up all the time. But we've never done anything public. And this girl like brushed my hair. We were there for like 45 minutes. And she walks behind me. She like brushes my hair with her hands. And I look, and she's going up the stairs. She's staring down at me. And I'm like, do you want to go up to the red room and just like watch some stuff for a little bit? And he's like, yep, let's go. And so then we moved into the media room, and it was like suddenly all like my inhibitions went away. And I realized like what an exhibitionist I am.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The 2025 Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
I just have to ask more questions about your sugar daddy here, and we'll get back to the part.
We talk about everything. Like, he's literally my best friend, and he's teaching me a lot of stuff. He's like the vocabulary dictionary perfection of a sugar daddy to me right now. He's amazing.
How often do you guys see each other?
Since I started working from home, he'll come over for lunch at least like once a week.
Okay.
The last couple of months, we've seen each other almost twice a week. Yep, thumbs up on that. And like, it's not even all sex.
Yeah.
Half the time we don't even have sex.
Right.
I think that's probably the biggest thing that I think people don't understand is it's not always.
Yeah, that's a big misconception. I mean, we are sexual beings, and people are having sex whether you're sugar baby or regular dating.
Yeah, so, we're just more open about it. I think that's just our biggest thing is we're more open. We're more transparent about what we want. You know, and
I think it's so messed up that like in the real world you can't really be honest when you're dating people. You have to put up this facade, and then after they reel you in, they start breaking that shield down, and you're like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Yes.
Like, if you're just honest from the beginning, like, we've never had a disagreement.
Oh, wow.
We've never had a disagreement. There's never been a question. Like, if I mess up on something, he laughs at me. He's like, it's fine. It was an accident. And I'm like,
oh, that's
man,
so
I must
great.
be really good at my job.
All right. So how long has he been doing this?
He actually started about the same time I did, but he was on secret benefits.
Oh, really?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we met because, so my ex-friend that got me into it, we split because she was doing it the dirty way. Like, she was just like lining up dates. She was requesting money before going to the dates. When we started this, I was like, after that situation on What's Your Price, I was scared to go out again alone again.
Yeah.
I said, so can we do this like together? I said, guys would love that. 2 birds, 1 stone, and tell them, like, flip a coin. Which one of us do you want to date? She found him on secret benefits. And we're driving to go meet him. And she's like, I'm not really interested in him. If you like him, you can have him. And he picked this beautiful restaurant. I walked in and I was like, I'll take him. And he messaged her and he's like, I appreciate the date. Thank you for bringing your friend. Please don't be offended. I'd like to talk to her. And meanwhile, I'm like already messaging him because I already got his phone number from her. And I'm like, I really had a good time. I'd like to see you again. And it just took off from there.
Wow.
I
So
love that. That is so great.
yeah, that's kind of
I mean,
interesting.
we went like, and like, I'd never been the girl that asks for anything. I've never been one that's like, oh, my rent's due.
Yeah.
I had one situation, I think it was our 2nd or 3rd month in together. And I did have to ask him for half of my allowance up front, like early, because my car went in for an $800 job and it ended up costing me like $1,500 and I didn't have the cash.
Mhm.
And I wasn't going to charge it. And he's like, sure, we sent it right on over.
Oh,
How's the structure? He's got you on a weekly, monthly allowance. How's that work?
Monthly allowance plus amazing benefits.
Yeah, that's the way Alejandra and I,
I mean, I'm in Vegas right now.
are weekly, but she gets like I just paid for a week for her in Vegas and bought her clothes and dining and entertainment and shows and you know, all this stuff. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah. So when we went out on our first date, our first alone, he and I meet and greet after the
initial,
him meet and greet. Yeah. He's like, I really just enjoyed your mannerisms, your behavior. He's like, you're laid back, you're funny, everything's, you just seem like you don't have a care. I'm like, well, I have fucks to give. I just choose when to use them because I'm not going to waste my time being around people or being. We leave that night. He kisses me goodbye. I go home and my friend's like, did he pay you? Did you tell him he needs to pay you? You shouldn't have left until he gave you money. I'm like, I'm not that kind of person. Like, I'm going for the long haul here. Like, I want someone that I can build a relationship with and have a foundation and grow from there. And meanwhile, I'm talking to her on my AirPods. I'm changing my clothes. I pull off my leggings and $200 falls out of my pants. I'm like, that sneaky bastard. I didn't even feel him do it.
Mhm.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
didn't ask for it.
Oh,
And then after on our 3rd date, he was like, I'd like to start you on an allowance. And it just right there, first of the month, gave me the money. And it's just been joyous ever since.
The very first girl I went out with in 2016 off of Seeking, we went out. We never talked finances or anything. She really liked me,
We don't
and I
talk
liked
about
her.
it at all.
And while she wasn't looking, I just slipped some money in her purse,
yeah.
and then I didn't say a word. And then she got out, had a great time, and she found it later. And it was really cute. And I think that's why I was with her for a year and a half. I think that's why it worked, is because I didn't feel like she was there because it was all about the money. And good Lord, she needed it.
Yeah.
She told me some issues that she was having and this and that, but she never asked me for anything. She just, was struggling,
Yeah.
with young kids, being a single mom, car troubles, all this stuff, right? And then she told me her license was suspended because she had a couple unpaid traffic tickets. Well, of course, me, always being a provider, I went down, I found out where her tickets were, and I went and took care of them. Like, one was like $160, and the other one, it wasn't
That's
too
this
bad.
guy. That's what he does.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
And then
if it's something he could take care of, he's like, I'm going to show you how to take care of it.
Yeah. Then
I learned something.
I grabbed a receipt, took it to her house, and I go get your license back. She's like, I can't. I still got to pay these tickets. I go, they're done. Forget about it. Go get your license. You can't be driving these kids around unlicensed. I don't want you to get pulled over and get in even more trouble. So
yeah,
she's hooked after that, of course. But we never talked finances. And then she had some back issues. She had to go get surgery. I took care of her rent, her car. I found I was just taking care of all of her expenses, although she never, ever asked. So, because
she appreciated it.
She really, of course she did. And she showed it, and she definitely made sure that I was taken care of and all my needs. Yeah. And I really, really appreciated that. And even though she wanted to marry me, I knew it wasn't going to go that direction. And I knew there was going to be an end to the relationship because she was a little bit crazy, just a little mentally unstable, but I still loved her. She still loved me. And I'm still friends with her to this day.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we connected and we had lunch maybe a year ago or something. I mean, we're still friends on social media. And we had lunch, and she just looked at me, and she's like, "Oh, you're the one that got away." Oh. It's like really special.
Yeah.
But
it sounds so familiar to what Lolita has.
Yeah.
It just is. It is something really special. Like he truly cares.
Yeah.
I think that's
it really
beautiful.
is. So like I was saying earlier, I'm on the prowl right now, and he is like, "Go for it." I'm like, really? He's like, I love hearing about it. I love helping you through. And he really has, because like I'll meet guys and I'm like, this is how the conversation went down. Here's the feeling I had.
Are you looking for another sugar daddy, or are you looking for?
I am looking for another sugar daddy.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I have one. So I have him, and then like I have two that sprinkle in when they can. And that inconsistency, like I don't feel like you can actually build a real connection and foundation. Yeah. And I feel like every time I don't feel like this, every time I see these guys, it's sex based. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't like that. And I want like growth relationship. And he's like, look, if you meet a guy that can provide for you more than I can, he's like, I support that. You and I will be friends forever. It's like, we will be in each other's lives, and I will be there to support you and help you. And I'm like, that's what I've been looking for my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there are guys that reach out to me that are married, and like I went on a meet and greet with this one guy, and he has a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. Mm-hmm. They've been married 4 years. And I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are happy. Your wife thinks that you're at lunch with your buddies right now, and you've got babies at home. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a family. My dad was a reckless cheater multiple times. Had I known then what I know now about dating, I probably would understand a little more why men cheat, because now I do. I completely get it.
Yeah.
And you would think that I'd be like, I could never do that. I could never do that. But I do feel like in my relationships, there were lots of boxes that were getting checked with every single man I was with. There was maybe 2 boxes that they checked out of 10. And I get a lot more boxes checked with this one guy.
Yeah. than you ever have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's so interesting how as you get older and as you go through these relationships, those boxes change, but you don't know you don't even, my biggest thing is you don't know their boxes until you figure out that, oh, this is a new box. Like this has to be a box. Whereas I feel like in my 20s, everything was I fluctuated so much between all the boxes that it was like, oh, okay, I can just whatever. But now it's like,
yeah. So
he's got to be young, dumb, hot, $30,000 millionaire.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I allowed to say that we found out at the sugar party or Sugarpalooza that Amy and I almost shared a daddy?
Oh, we can do that. Yes.
Okay.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
So how did that happen?
Okay, all of my daddies have nicknames.
Okay.
His nickname is Grandpa Daddy.
Grandpa Daddy. Okay.
Yeah. So I will call him Grandpa Daddy.
It's funny because Lily has nicknames for all her guys too.
I know. And that's why I was like, oh my God, she's going to be my other best friend. Because like I nicknamed all of them. All of them. He found me on Seeking, and I was like, and oh, okay. And he had like a picture of him on a stage with like his business name behind it. And I was like, all right. And this was before they took away the money, like the net worth and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll give this guy a shot. And we went to lunch, and he just, of course, he's very charming. He walks up, he's like, I don't remember the last time I was able to just stare at a woman and smile like I have. You just have filled me up so warm. And I'm like, all right. So skip to, I'm coming to Sugarpalooza and he happens to be at his house in Scottsdale. And he's like, I'll pick you up from the airport. And I'm like, awesome. Well, I had told him about the party and I had shown him some of the girls at the party. And he's like, I think I know one of those girls. And I was like, how? He's like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Discreetness. I'm cool with that. And so then at the party, he dropped me off at your house, Marcus. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the house. And I guess it was a few hours later. And we were getting ready to go to the mixer. And Amy's like, who is that guy? What's his name? And I told her what his real name was. And she's like, yeah, I think we almost had an arrangement. I was like, you're the girl he said that he thought he knew.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. That was the guy.
So he's got a residence elsewhere, but then he
Dallas.
Comes.
Yeah. He has a
but
residence.
then he comes here.
Yeah. He flies back and forth between
and
Dallas.
Did you actually meet him?
I did. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the last day of the party where we were all getting picked up, he came to pick me up when I was in the middle of like bawling and crying on everybody.
Yeah.
Because I was so sad. But yeah, he came and picked me up and Amy was laying on the couch.
Yeah.
And I was like, Amy's right there. And she's like, hey, how's it going? He's like, hi. Yeah. And he looked at me, he's like, are y'all? I go, nothing's awkward here.
Yeah. Nothing literally is.
I was trying to get him to sponsor the party last minute. I had talked to Lily about it and I was like, how much is it? What does he need to do? Like, what if he wants to just do the first night? And I tried to get him to sponsor, but he's kind of the other reason I'm looking for another main or a second main sugar daddy, because he's been kind of flaky lately. So
that's actually the exact reason why.
Did you ever have an arrangement with him?
I did not. No.
Oh, you just met him and then that was it?
We actually talked on the phone. We actually had really great conversations, but I had the feeling that he's really wishy-washy. So my feeling was he'll talk to a girl for a little bit and then he'll like get distracted and talk to a new girl. And he'll like, his stories were kind of his stories were really great, but then at some point they just become too elaborate. Like I'm so cautious about people who over exaggerate stories. Yeah. Cause it's just like,
you're just starting to see some red flags.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And so I caught on to that. And then when we like met for coffee, all he kept talking about was his old business and how he was like a billionaire at one point. And I was like, okay.
A B? With a B?
With a B, yeah.
With a B.
And
I heard the story too.
Yeah. So he kept going on and on about it. And I felt really bad for the guy, but it was like, hey man, like I know that sucks to be of that status, but your life is still continuing forward. So maybe you should quit living in your past. That was the feeling I got. And I'm like, I don't want someone who's going to live in the past and who feels like they have to show off to me like that. I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't like that. I always have this term, like if you're doing that, I think you're either a peacock or you're a rooster. Yeah. And you have to be loud. You like to show people things, but in reality, you're just kind of this bird. Whereas a lion, doesn't need to announce itself. A lion does not. When a lion's in the room, you barely notice it. Like, but they're alpha, and so to me, he was in the peacock. Like he was a peacock.
Okay, I got you.
So that was why I just was like, okay, you're a bird.
Yeah,
like I can't.
Well, and he's in real estate. Like he does land development.
Yeah,
housing neighborhoods and stuff. And I saw one of his projects that he was working on for, I think, over in Fort Worth. And he's talked about this project 6,000 times.
Yeah, I heard about that one too.
And it just it's still falling through, girlfriend. He's still cash broke because of that fucking deal.
So he needs to go through 3% Man.
I know.
Book and study it because, you need to know how to talk to women, how to engage them, how to have a balanced conversation, really.
Yeah. And don't live in your past, and definitely don't live in your past relationships. Yeah. Like I had to like coach him through, and I don't mind doing this. I do this a lot for guys.
That's something I've learned being in sugar dating too is not talking about your exes. Like
Too much.
That was something I did all the time in my regular relationships because we've got stories back and off.
Exes, talking about exes is not a bad thing. You just don't want to be painting them in a negative light all the time. Right. You can talk about
really good at doing
issues, but then you want to say something positive, and it's like, we had a difference opinion and they went their way and I went mine. Instead of that dumb bitch, she just blah, blah, she, whatever. You don't want to be talking down about your exes. Nobody wants to hear that, right?
Or if I can't stand it when guys are like, oh, she just went crazy. Like, did she go crazy or did you drive her crazy?
Do you want to see me go crazy? Call me crazy and then I will go crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I've been on dates with girls and they're talking about their exes and and the stories are starting to be the same. And I'm thinking, wait, there's a common factor here, and it's you.
Yeah,
right?
Common denominator.
Like like these guys are all leaving you and doing this, but what is causing them to do that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, and that's
like this guy. I will never speak poorly of Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar.
Well, I mean, he's your best friend. I think that's lovely.
I have never had a friendship with a girl as close and intimate, even without the sex, as I've had with him.
Yeah.
Like we know everything about each other, things that neither one of us have told anybody else.
Isn't that a nice feeling?
It is.
Oh God, it's so warm and fuzzy.
And you probably felt
what is it that Kat said last week? Squishy.
Squishy, yeah.
What she said? Squishy. It's like, yeah, it's that squishy feeling.
And you probably felt that way very quickly.
Immediately.
That's what we find.
So my girlfriend, she goes by Chris on Seeking. I don't even know if her profile's up still. But when we left that night, she chewed my ass out the whole way home because she said that I was rude, crude, I cussed too much. He even rolled his eyes at me at one point, and I told him that. And he's like, "Are you joking me?" He's like, "I was ready for her to shut up." He's like, I kind of didn't want her there.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, really? Me neither."
Oh, good.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
So you've kind of split with your friend. Things have...
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The 2025 Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Gone.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
What
That's
was
too bad.
What was the big cause of that?
Okay, so with her, I started I was basically shoving your podcast down her throat.
Yeah.
But it was because she kept saying all these long-term plans. Like she was wanting financial independence and we need to find a whale. She was looking for a whale. That was her term. She wanted a whale. And I'm like, she was saying all the right things in the beginning, but she was still acting in the negative light when she was dating these guys. She was just going out for immediate cash. And I would set up a couple dates and she'd be like, "How much are we getting?" I'm like, "I didn't ask for money. I'm not ever going to ask for money." And she'd get pissed about it. And then I finally had 2 or 3 guys in my pockets. As I say, my pockets were full. So guys were messaging me and I was like, "Oh, go find my friend Chris. Here's her picture. She's looking." And he's like, "Here's my number. Give it to her." And so there's this one good looking guy closer to her age. And I was like, "This guy wants you to call him." And she's like, "Can you just call for me and pretend to be me?" What? And I was like, "No. I'm not doing this for you." And she's like, "Well, you're having such great success." I mean, I had a guy buy me $200 boots and $400 lingerie from Honey Burdette, and he'd never even met me. And then we went to dinner, and he gave me $800 for dinner in an envelope that I didn't even open until he dropped me off at home.
Nice.
And she pissed. And that's kind of where it fell apart. I was like, maybe if you started following the rules and doing it right, instead of trying to be jaded and trick these guys, then you would actually have some longevity and some real relationships and real success.
So you found out very quickly that guys are willing to open up their pocketbooks, but they don't like being forced or told, "You have to pay me $800 to go to dinner with you.
I didn't ask that guy for anything.
Will
And
guys pay it?
we
Yeah,
never
they'll
talked
pay
on
it, but they'll
yeah,
pay.
they will.
They'll pay a lot more if you don't ask them. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
Now, this is in whole. There's going to be guys that are like, here's $100. Thanks for, or like, and you're like, well, I just wasted my time. You kind of got to weed them out though in your initial screening process, to not talking about money, but you can kind of tell when somebody's not, they're really not what they're saying they are.
Yeah.
There's like Amy said, there's a lot of red flags that come up.
Well, and that's the other thing. You start learning the red flags so much quicker. You start seeing them so much faster.
Yeah.
Just in like texting conversations, the way that they respond or the things that they say. Like this one guy that I'm vetting right now, he lives in South Carolina and I've got family in North Carolina and he has 4 houses in North Carolina and he seems very sweet. He's not a bad looking guy. And then I was telling him, like, I do have a main SD right now. And he's like supporting and helping me through this journey of looking for another one. And he's like, well, would he be okay being the second? Because like, I wouldn't consider myself your main SD. I'd be more like your man. And then I'd give you the life and everything you want. And then you could date and fuck whoever you want and have as many SDs as you want. And I was like, that doesn't sound good. That sounds controlling.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like the way the terminology came across wrong.
Yeah.
And it turned me off.
And had you
I would
guys
have never caught that in real dating.
had you guys even met, or this was just the initial process?
We have not met yet. You know how you say they always come back?
Yeah.
I talked to him when I first got into this back in like November, December timeframe, and we just never connected. And then yesterday morning, as I'm about to like jump on a plane to go to Vegas with my main, he's like, hey, how are you? Long time no talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, did you see that I jumped back on Seeking recently? And he's like, no, I was just thinking about you. I wanted to see how you were doing. We had great conversations and never got to connect.
Mm-hmm.
So it started out real sweet. And now he's all like talking harshly. Just didn't like it.
Yeah.
So we may not ever meet. But he said he would drive to Hickory to come see me when I go in. I'm going to North Carolina next week with my daughter to go see my family.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll drive 4 hours to come meet you. Can you stay with me overnight? I'm like, no, dude, I just told you I'm in Hickory visiting my family. It's like, I could probably get away for, 3 or 4 hours for an afternoon and they can hang out. My sister and my daughter like never disconnect when we go see them. So I was like, we can probably go grab lunch, drinks, hang out for an afternoon, but I'll stay the night with you the first night I meet you.
All right. So speaking of your daughter, does she know what's going on?
She knows I'm dating for dollars.
Dating for dollars?
Yes. So I kind of play it like I'm on What's Your Price, where guys take me out for drinks and dinners for money. She has no idea how in depth things are. She knows that Sugar Bear has been taking care of us financially while I was looking for a job, that he was helping us with our rent and, helping her with her theater because theater is expensive.
She's in theater?
Yes, she is in theater and she's an amazing singer.
Nice.
I was in theater and choir growing up, but I never like pushed her on it, but more or less pushed volleyball because I feel like that's a rite of passage. And she found theater on her own in 6th grade. And her voice lessons teacher, for her end of year song, they had her sing Don't Rain on My Parade from Funny Girl.
Okay.
The Broadway production.
Yeah.
And it is a very difficult song to sing. And she killed it. And I was like, okay, let's see where this takes us. And skip 2, she auditioned. We have an elite kind of like a magnet performing arts school here in Dallas. It's called Booker T. Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I want to audition. I know I won't get in because we're not in Dallas County, but I want to audition. I'll at least get waitlisted. She sang a sophomore college opera song and she got in.
Oh my
She's going in
God.
9th grade. So she got accepted to Booker T. Washington for the music program.
So you're a proud mama, and
I'm going to start crying. You have no idea.
yeah,
You have no idea. I could not be more blessed because her father has not been the greatest, which is another reason why I'm here. I've had to battle for child support for the last 12 years that I've been divorced. So I finally won this year. I got a little grace of victory. And with that came, she's going to school in Dallas. I can't pick her up on Thursdays anymore. And I'm like, fine by me. Can I get that in writing, please?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's just not supportive of her career choice and where she wants to go in life. And I'm like, I'm going to do whatever the hell I have to do to make sure that she gets there, because I want her to know that she had support from one of us, that I was there, that I'm the one that made sure it happened. So that's part of the reason I'm sugar dating too. So
has your sugar daddy Chris met her?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They've met.
Oh, wow.
She goes, he is tall.
Yeah, I
saw pictures.
I just saw a picture of you and him
at
the Paris pool, I think it was.
He's very tall.
Yeah, he's very tall. And I had on my stacked cork wedges standing next to him.
Yeah.
They're like 4 or 5 inch stacks.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, he's so sweet. He sounds like a really wonderful man.
Mm-hmm.
He is
I'm really
amazing.
glad that
I
you
wish
found
I
him.
would have met him, 15 years ago.
Right.
Wow.
Did you have any crazy experiences getting to him before you met him?
As far as sugar dating crazy stories?
Yeah.
No, I mean, before meeting him, it was just that one where I think that guy drugged me and took advantage of me. But I mean, since meeting him, yes, I have had some pretty interesting events. Let's see. I met a guy found me in Oklahoma. And like the second thing he said to me was, I was thinking a $5,000 a month allowance. I come to Dallas about 8 to 10 days a month. And I was like, okay. And we met twice after our first meet and greet. He bought me this necklace from Nordstrom's. It's like a $500 necklace. It's an evil eye. He bought me a $200 dress and from Dress the Population. And then I also got a pair of DKNY like nude high heels for our next date, for when he came in town next time.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
So far, so good.
We hadn't started the $5,000 yet, because we met like middle towards the end of the first month. That was our first meet and greet. He's like, I'll give you like $1,000 this month and I'll buy you some stuff. I was like, okay. So second month comes around. I go to meet him. We have a really nice dinner. I'm wearing all the stuff he got me. And then like he's acting really weird towards the end of the dinner. And then like the $5,000 never came, and I wasn't going to like push for it. And literally like the day that I was going to message him for it, he was like, so I'm having a change of heart. Like I'm in this men's group. He's going through a divorce. And he's like, I'm going to go back to church and talk to God, and like this whole like backing out thing. And I was like, okay, that's totally fine. I respect that. I'm not going to argue. But you did make an agreement with me, and I was kind of expecting that $5,000. And he was like, oh, absolutely. I will send that to you. No problem. And he sent it to me immediately. 2 weeks later, I get a poem that he wrote. It was like a love hymn. And it's a struggle between his love with God and this girl on the outside. And it's me. It is the craziest, creepiest poem. Like, man, you're really having some issues, right? You're really dealing with some stuff. What did I do to you?
Well, you can be spiritual and sugar date. I mean, everybody.
It was something about like, I thought you drew me to this woman, and now you're telling me that she's like fire, and you don't want me to go near the fire, and my soul and love is with you. I wish I had the poem. I want to read it, but I can't find it. Yeah, it's a really interesting poem.
Yeah.
I did have a guy from Minnesota that was all about me, flew down here to meet me for the weekend. I wasted half a tank of gas driving him all over Dallas. He gave my daughter $175 to go to the mall and shop. He took me to the Nike store at an outlet mall and couldn't buy me the shoes I wanted because the line was too long. And then told me that he wanted to date me, that he would let me date anybody else, but he didn't want to pay to have a girlfriend.
That happens a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing down here then?
Right.
Like, you're fucking up the sugar algorithm, man.
Yeah.
Well, we have come to the end of the show, and it feels like we just got started.
I know.
So we're going to have you back.
I know.
I talk a lot, so I talk a whole lot.
That's,
so I don't know if y'all
we
ever
love
picked
it.
up on that.
That's kind of the point of this.
Talk about the party part of it.
Yeah. Well, I know that you were very sad to leave. You had a lot of tears,
God.
and
Yes.
it looked like you'd really enjoyed yourself and met a lot of great people.
I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. Well, we're still trying to figure that one out, but if you guys want to come to the next one, as soon as we put the party tab back on our website, then you'll know it's live and we're taking applications, but we're still working out the details. I haven't found the exact show or weekend yet, but we are working on it. What did you think of Shakira?
Loved it. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So apparently I FaceTimed my daughter during the show. She was in Texas.
Yeah.
And we were at the Shakira concert. And she texted me back and she's like, "You look so drunk in the video you sent me. You need to go to bed."
Yeah, there was a lot of people that had partaken that night and the night before for sure. All right. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing your stories. We'll definitely have to bring you back. I could talk to you for hours. It's just definitely had a lot more questions and things to talk about, but we're kind of limited in time.
Just tell me when you want me back on. And
definitely.
I'm in.
Yes.
Amy, thanks for joining me.
You're very welcome.
You came in here hesitantly, but you had a great time.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I love listening to the stories.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to share your crazy sugar dating stories, we love to hear them. Go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, or you can message me on Instagram like Lolita did. We chatted there, didn't we?
We did.
And I encouraged her to apply, and she got accepted. So we always like a follow on Instagram, and if you want to message us there, we do get those. They come right to my phone, ding, ding. I look down, and most likely I'll answer it. If it's, I get some dumbass people that message me sometimes like, "Hey, I want a sugar daddy. Can you get me a sugar daddy? But I want an online one." Okay, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Not helping you find an online sugar daddy.
Well, if you are looking for an experience and memories forever, apply for Sugarpalooza. I mean, that is something that I will never forget. It checked a box in my bucket list that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah, it was a great party. We had a lot of fun.
It was a great party. And it was literally just a party. I mean, no lie. There was no like group sex rooms, crazy shit like that going on.
Yeah.
Like it was a bunch of friends getting together and having a fun time. It's like a family reunion.
It really was. All right. Well, we've got to run. Amy, again.
You're very welcome.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.